Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. For those that haven't been here before, my name's Anna and you are joining us on our trip around the NC500. So in today's episode, we start off in Scourie and we begin our journey down the west coast, stopping at a few places along the way. First of all, we try and find the Wailing Widow waterfalls. In case you missed last week, we're going to start off with a little bit of footage from Scourie Caravan and Camping Site, which was one of our favourite places to stop. Highly recommend it. If that's on your list, you're not going to be disappointed. This is Scourie Caravan and Camping Site.
This is a really nice one. You've got to.
It is a very nice one.
A spa. This.
And they've got laundry. Just found a little spa shop. Lila and our omelette roll.
Yep, because I can't have anything else.
Yeah.
We're going on this way.
I don't know where we are.
Can I go on the other one?
Okay. As we began our journey down the west coast, the beauty of this location just seemed to get better and better around every bend. There were unbelievable landscapes, beaches, ancient castles. This part of the journey is really one to take your time over. You are going to have to excuse my pronunciation, but one of the most iconic sites on the NC500 is the Scourie Bridge, I'm sorry if that's not right, which opened in 1984 by the Queen. It's a 276 metre long bridge that crosses the Cummon Channel, and I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly. Anywho, was excited to be there and had to film Patty driving back and forth. So we're trying to find the Wailing Widow waterfall. Who are you sniffing your blankie? I have no idea if we're in the right place. Wailing Widow Falls is one of the most spectacular waterfalls in the whole of the UK. It can be accessed from both the top and the bottom. We chose to walk the bottom way because I had a small child and a dog with me and didn't want any accidents. I started walking it in Crocs and someone kindly pointed out, like, you're not going to manage in Crocs because there is a bit of a scramble at the end. It's okay. It was hard for me because I'm so unfit, but it's a beautiful walk. Okay, so after about a 10-15 minute hike, I'm sure.
Like 5.
Yeah, Lila did it at 5. So if you're fitter than me, which most people are, really won't take you long, but it is a bit of a scramble, and we've made it to Wailing Widow Falls. Ta-da! Are you gonna get in?
What?
Are you gonna get in? I had to add in my favourite picture of all time here. This is Belle doing a photo bomb at the Wailing Widow Falls. There.
Okay.
It's so lovely. Is it cold? Does it hurt your feet? Is that cold? Is it refreshing? You can see people right at the top there, but I did not fancy that. Oh, she dunked.
She dunked. Oh baby, yeah, she dunked.
Next up was Ardfret Castle. The castle dates back to about 1490, where the lands were owned by the MacLeods. This was one of my must-see stops on the NC500. Another castle whose name I can't pronounce, so I'll put it down here. Couple of park ups, so it's a nice walk down, and if it's a really hot day, I think I'll probably have a little dip in that lock. Okay, so I need to point out here, don't do what we and lots of other people are doing, and that's climb on the ruins. See, I thought we were staying off the ruins by walking up the grass bit at the back where you can see Lila now, but actually someone pointed out to me on the NC500 group, that is part of the ruins. At the time, it honestly didn't cross my mind that we were doing anything wrong, probably because there was a coach load of people doing the same thing. But it was a really good point made that is part of the ruins, and you know there's a lot of footfall over those places, and we need to preserve it for future generations. So yes, don't do what I did or what Lila did, and just admire from a distance. And I'm sorry if I've offended anyone. And just to point out, there were no signs there telling you not to climb. There was a sign saying don't poop. Definitely didn't poop.
Hello. I'm in a pet kind of thing.
We continued our journey down to Ullapool, where we had booked and paid for a stay at Ardmar Point Caravan and Camping Park. However, we left that site because it wasn't very nice, the parking wasn't great, and ended up at Broomfields, which was lovely. After reading the reviews on TripAdvisor, I could see that we weren't alone with our views about Ardmar, so check that out if you're planning to stay there. And I'm not fussy, I don't think I've ever left anywhere before, especially when I'd already paid for it. They didn't give us our money back. However, I wasn't really fussed, as I'd rather stay somewhere nice on our holiday than stay somewhere that I was really unhappy with. Just look at the eyes. Okay. I can't wait to actually work out if this is a lock or the sea. Ah, yeah. Okay. Is it deep?
No, not that.
So this is not the original campsite we booked. We came here after boycotting the other one, which was the Ardmar. Yeah, due to, I'll put some footage in here, like the pitch sizes. Okay, so I don't want to appear as a drama queen, but I was just really unhappy with the kind of space they gave us. So you can see the van isn't backed fully up, but when it was, we were right next to the toilets there, so people constantly walking past the van. And when you look at the distance between our van and our neighbouring van, there was just no room at all. you know, if you wanted to have our table and chairs out there, we couldn't really have it without invading their space, and we couldn't have it the other side because the toilets were right there. So we just left. Did speak to the campsite and see if they had a better space for us, which they didn't, and they couldn't help us out. They then declined and explained they couldn't give my money back because I didn't raise any concerns with them. So yeah, lots of similar stories on TripAdvisor. Anyway, we come to this other one, about 5 minutes down the road, and it's beautiful. It's cheaper, it's got better facilities, you've got good pitch sizes, and you can just step down onto the beach, or the lock, wherever it's called. I'll put the name of it in here. I think there's no fish in there, but we just saw a crab.
Huh?
I saw a crab.
Yeah, me too. It was dead.
Oh yeah, because it's toxic. Wow. Nice shot. We headed back to Patty to settle down for the evening and watch the most incredible sunset.